Mental strength is something we often speak of in sports but rarely understand in our daily lives. Today, I'm in conversation with the authors of The Champion Within, Dr. Sameer Parekh. He's the head of psychiatry at the Fortis Group of Hospitals, and Ms. Divya Jain. And here we have a book, The Champion Within, which brings that powerful lessons from sports psychology in our daily lives. Hello, sir. I'm Akanksha Tripathi and the founder of the Fen Kids. I'm trying to teach children how to read books and do a little bit of writing. And it's just an inspiration, you guys. So I just wanted to ask some questions about mental resilience, breaking stigmas, and building inner strength for parents and for children and people of our age, actually. So the book that is The Champion Within, you highlighted the sports psychology. But is it just for athletes or is it for everyone? And according to you, how can we start? What would be the one mental habit that we can start?
I think it's for everyone. Success is a matter of life for everyone. All of us go through our ups and downs, highs and lows. And if we are on our path, then we will find our success. We just need to harness our strengths. That's the way forward. And if there was one thing, it will always be believe in yourself. Just keep doing what you do again and again, and you will find a way. That's how I'll do it.
Ma'am, what would your input on this? I think that there's no better way to learn about resilience and mental strength than sports because there's so many opportunities where every day you're either winning or losing. And for me, if there's one habit, I think it's to go out there and play, participate. Where whatever it is in life, go ahead. Don't sit on the sidelines and wait for life to happen. Go ahead, participate, Tere. Thanks for sharing this tip with us. We'll try to follow it and adopt it. So, despite the growing awareness about mental health, they're still surrounded by hesitation and stigma in discussions. People don't want to talk about it when it's coming to their own self or their own family members. So, from your experience, what is the common misconception, one common misconception, and what needs to change urgently, like in our discussions in daily lives?
Oh, we need to prioritize mental health as simple as that. And we will need to understand that when we talk about mental illnesses, we're talking about an illness like any other illness. We will need to see physical and mental one as the same time. There is going to fuse. So if you have a thyroid problem, you go to an endocrine expert. If you have mood concern, you need to go to a mental health expert. And we need to be very, very clear about this. Science is science, and there's no point discriminating between science.
Please. Ma'am, would you have a different or take on us?
I think mental health, one aspect, mental strength is another aspect. And mental strength, I think, is something that we expect people to just have.
Or I agree.
We feel like, oh, if I just breathe for 1 minute, one day before my exam, everything is fine. But it doesn't work like that, right? Mental strength has to be cultivated the same way the physical strength has to be cultivated. It's something that we have to actively train for with the right kind of information on a very regular basis so that when it actually comes to go time, all of those skills that you've learned, you're actually able to harness. And if you're able to do that, we'll then believe in the power of mental strength. Otherwise, you'll feel like it's just something that doesn't go out. It's not anything.
Those are great insights. And this brings us to this next question. My next question was in schools, workplaces, or even at home. Like, how can we start, like physical fitness? This government has also started Telo India, do this, do that. Then we talk about reading and everything. But how can we start with one thing that would be like talking about mental strength, building that mental strength? What? Please.
Sports.
So you agree with the government? खेलने जाएंगे तो ये भी होगा.
I completely agree. And I think if we can just stay a little bit of time away from gadgets, stop multitasking, do one thing at a time and really learn to focus on what we're doing. Sometimes it's important to slow down a little bit. Sometimes it's important to allow our mind to get bored a little bit as well.
Ma'am, that's a very important point. A little more insight on that because children are bored all the time. And even we have now started feeling the same. कि जब तक scroll नहीं किया तब तक it's not becoming interesting anymore.
Same thing. Engage, participate in doing something. You scroll, you don't even realize what content you're looking at and hours go by just doing that. So just be mindfully engaged. If you're making a cup of tea, just be there in that moment, hear the sounds, smell the fragrance, be there in that moment. That's it.
Involve all your senses in that one activity. Thank you so much. Okay, and there's one last question. So, this is for everyone who's like parents, teachers again, and children even. So, what would be one mental practice that will help them build emotional resilience, which is very important because empathy and all the other things are not coming in naturally. Nobody's born with it, I think now. So maybe in earlier times they were. So what can they want to build that?
Then you unmute yourself to talk. You talk about your feelings, you talk about what you think, you share, you be open. The more you do that, you start learning a lot about yourself and about others. You don't bottle it up and don't text and don't use emoticons and reactions. That's not how you build relationships. Build reaction.
All of these things.
I'd see the other side of the coins is listen, open yourself up as well. Start listening to more capable, different perspectives, whether in what you're reading, whether in what you're watching, whether the people you're talking to. The more that we're able to listen to people, we're also able to open our minds more, develop a lot more.
And how can we build these listening skills in children, especially because they are impatient? Sitting and listening is difficult for them.
I think children learn from observing adults. So I think it's less about what we tell them specifically to do. It's more about what they see us do. What if we are scrolling, they're going to scroll as well. If they see us multitasking, they're going to do it as well. If able to role model listening effectively, talking effectively, then children will learn automatically.
Thanks so much. And that's one wonderful tip for the parents out there because this is one big problem that we are facing every day. So these are the powerful insights. Apart from that, I would say The Champion Within is a book that I've read myself and everybody should read. It's a must read. And why I think it's a must read is because the mental health conversations, everybody says these matter, but we must understand the psychology behind performing every time instead of just winning every time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fed.